There are some wild rumors about the family Chantel lead Chantel Everett's dating life, which have been circulating online, and these include her romance with a surprising co-star. Chantel from Atlanta first starred in 90 Day Fiance Season 4 with Pedro from the Dominican Republic. Chantel had met Pedro through a mutual friend and did not tell her folks that they had been engaged even after Pedro came to America on a K-1 visa. Chantel and Pedro's relationship was based on a lie, and it was never going to last unless their families accepted their spouses. Chantel's family still believes that Pedro was a green card scammer, while Chantel and Pedro still throw shade at each other on social media, over 2 years after their split. Pedro has been declared a villain who used Chantel until he could become independent in the U.S. Pedro was linked to some of his female co-workers, but it's not known if the real estate agent will ever document his love life in a spin-off. Meanwhile, Chantel, who recently starred in 90 Day, The Single Life Season 4, has just finished filming a new show in Mexico by July 2022. Reports of Chantel and Pedro's split had surfaced online. Initially, most dismissed it as a publicity stunt to boost the ratings of the family Chantel, but things became clearer when Pedro filed for divorce in May 2022. Chantel and Pedro had already been living separately for a month before. Pedro claimed their marriage was irretrievably broken. He also accused Chantel of stealing $257,000 and from their joint business account. Meanwhile, Chantel claimed Pedro had cheated on her and accused him of domestic and mental violence in her response. Pedro and Chantel were granted mutual restraining orders. Drake has expressed his love for the 90 Day Fiance franchise. This time around, he was interested in romancing a cast member herself. In August 2022, Media Takeout reported that Drake was DMing Chantel. He had supposedly reached out to Chantel to see how she was doing after her divorce and where her head was at. Chantel had seemingly responded. The relationship was in its early stages at the time and was going well. Chantel somewhat confirmed the Drake rumors by saying a certain Canadian rapper was messaging her apart from a lot of great guys. In November 2023, Chantel appeared on the Sarah Fraser Show podcast where she told the host about the men in her DMs. Chantel gushed about the rappers being really nice, but decided to talk about a particular one, Waka Joaquin Malfers. Chantel did not explain whether she was seeing him, but added that he was very, very nice and a very funny and genuine person. Chantel had even gotten to meet Waka's mother, Deborah Antony, who she thought was very loving. Chantel and Waka were first seen together at a college event in October 2023 via 90 Day The Melanade Way, Chantel's first 90 Day Fiance spin-off after the family. Chantel Season 5 was 90 Day The Single Life Season 4. She celebrated her new single status by going on a vacation to Greece with her glam squad her friends, and was introduced to Giannis there. A professional Greek footballer, Giannis had little in common with Chantel. He loved his family and Chantel wanted to marry someone without one. He also didn't wish to move to the US for Chantel and was probably looking for a summer fling. Giannis is already flaunting a new girlfriend on Instagram. Giannis got the ick when he saw Chantel crying over Pedro at the tell-all. He also hadn't done any research on his US visa, suggesting he was never interested in the 90 Day Fiancé star. Someone who sparked dating rumors with Chantel in April 2024 was Jamal. 90 Day Fiancé update shared a picture of the two, caption, "New couple alert, Chantel and Jamal?" The picture showed Jamal posing with an arm around Chantel, who was holding her dog while wearing pajamas. However, Jamal showed up in the comments to post a snarky message to the blogger. Apart from Jamal, Debbie's son Julian also seemed like someone Chantel could date. 90 Day Fiancé fans. Julian was invited to his mom's segment with Debbie's love interest, Ruben Sanchez, better known as Ruben the Cuban. Chantel was impressed by how protective Julian was of his mom. When Chantel was quizzed about which 90 Day Fiancé cast member she'd like to date, she first said Alexei Bravarnik, and later added Debbie's son, since Alexei wasn't single. She liked that Julian came from a respectable profession, and she liked a man in uniform. He's also from Atlanta. Like Chantel. Unfortunately for any fans who wanted Chantel to date Julian, there is some bad news. Chantel recently filmed a new spin-off in Mexico which is based on the 90-Day House format. According to Shabuti, the show features names such as Tiffany Franco, Rob Warren, Colt Johnson, Usman Umer, Jennifer Tarazona, Tim Malcolm and Courtney Reardance, including Chantel, who all stay in a house near a beach and get therapy for their failed relationships. The cast also gets to interact with single men and women on the show later this month. Shabuti had more tea to share about this spin-off. They claimed that Jennifer allegedly hooked up with a new cast member on the show along with Rob, in the pool. Jennifer and Rob seemingly ended up as lovers after the show, but at the same time, the blogger claimed that Jennifer and Chantel allegedly kissed on camera. As per the blogger, Chantel ends up dating a new female cast member in a lesbian relationship. At the end of the show, Chantel decided to confuse the family Chantel fans further with the way she responded to her dating rumors. Chantel shared a meme showing Candace Cameron asking the Muppets character Miss Piggy if she is dating anyone. Miss Piggy's response is, "I'm dating everyone." While Chantel did not tag Jennifer in the story, Jennifer took a screenshot of Chantel's little joke and captioned it, "The Queen has spoken," while tagging her co-star.